Got a barn find, my man. Picking up a motorcycle, ain't we, bud? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video. We just got back to the house with this 1981 CB650 and took it to the car wash, kind of sprayed it off. Had 15 years of buildup and dust on it, and hey, she shines up pretty good with just a spray off. With some aluminum cleaner, all that would shine right up. The dash, I mean, look how good condition and everything the dash is still in. For 81 model, this thing is in prime condition. Seat cover still has nice cushion, no rips in the seat cover at all. All the seams are still in perfect condition. All of this is still, that might be a reupholstered seat, but that's factory. The thing is still in great condition. Other than, you know, the aluminum and stuff just having lots of corrosion on it, it shined up pretty well. The tires was flat and had flat spots in them. I was able to air those up, and they seem to be holding air for now. I don't hear any leaks, and they still seem to be holding air. Got a Honda motorcycle backrest for the passenger on there. But the seller stated 15 years ago he was robbing this bike, going down the interstate, going about 70, and all of a sudden he saw flames and he pulled it over to the side of the road, and he parked it in the garage that you've seen at the beginning of the video 15 years ago, and that's where supposedly the bike has been sitting ever since. When we was trying to get it loaded up on the trailer at Guy's house, the tires was flat and they had flat spots in them, which led me to, you know, believe that it was just hard to push due to the tires being flat. After getting it home, airing up the tires and going over everything, I believe the engine is actually locked up. Check the oil. I didn't check it while I was there. I only paid $200 for this thing. So either way, I mean, I'll be able to get my money back and possibly make, you know, a few $100s off of it. Oil is black and runny, but there is oil in it. I thought at first the back brake was locked up because this was super tight and wouldn't push, but I loosened that all the way as far as it'll go, and the engine still doesn't turn over. The other thing is it doesn't have a key, so we're kind of in a situation where we can't really get into the tank because unfortunately the tank has a key, ignition, and I believe probably this seat, or that's a helmet holder, that's for the key. I don't know if the seat has, it's probably just bolts on, but we don't have a key for this thing. I called the local lock company. They wanted to charge $140 to $180 to try to make a key. I told them I could bring this just ignition, so it'd be better off just buying a new ignition set for the thing. But like I said, you would also have to get a new tank lid, and with that being already on the tank and locked, that'll be kind of difficult to try to get a replacement for that. I was given extra carburetors for the bike. He said he ordered them for a 550 model, and this is the 650, and he said they did not work. What I believe had happened to the seller 15 years ago, which 15 years ago is a super long time, is he was going down the interstate, may have been low on oil, maybe not have had oil in it at all, and the engine locked up, and that's where he left it. Fortunately, people these days don't tell the complete truth. You know, they'll tell somewhat of the truth, but they won't tell the complete truth. and people like us have to find out, which for what I paid for it, 200 bucks, I'm not taking a loss on it. I probably can get $600 out of it, no problem. Having a clean title, it's rare that the 81 model comes with the title. They usually just have bill of sales. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the key, which he said he lost. He said he could find it possibly, but he'd just have to do some digging. But that's the thing about these days. People they like to lie to you. They like to just make up a story just to get whatever they have out of the way and off their hands. Either way, if he would have just said the engine was locked up, I may have still would have bought it, or somebody else would have bought it. Either way, it's still pretty good condition bike for an 81 model. I do want to get a socket and just test the bottom end and make sure it's not just still the brakes locked up. Even though that little lever is pushed all the way back, the drum inside there could still be stuck up from sitting so long. So I want to see if the engine will spin over freely. This is probably gonna be a pain to pop off. That's definitely going to be a pain. Let's see if we can find something else to get that off with. Nope, this thing ain't coming off. Thing's so corroded in there. Well, we're just gonna call the engine locked up. That thing's probably never, ever been taken off in its 40+ years of life. So that's probably gonna be difficult and not even worth worrying with. So I believe this is all the way backed out, and this is how it's supposed to be. And that thing won't budge at all. And the bike's super heavy, so with its own weight, it should budge. I don't think the chain is locked up. Let's see. Chain is kind of tight, but it has play in it. So chain shouldn't be locking it up, and it kept inside its whole life. So that's what I believe happened. The seller was driving it, and with it, how clean it is, how clean the bike is, the seller was driving it, and the engine just probably blew up. Probably ran it low on oil and blew up. Super hot out here today. It's over 100 degrees, and it's just super hot, super sweaty, and not fun out here. Get some pictures of this thing, and I guess we can get it back up on Facebook Marketplace. I went and looked at a CRF70 this morning. I was gonna get it, rebuild it, and do a complete restoration video from start to finish, all in one video, tearing it down, cleaning everything, restoring the plastics, painting the frame, just the whole restoration rebuild, and make like a 30-minute, 40-minute video just completely tearing it down. But unfortunately, when we got to go pick up the CR70, unfortunately, like I said, you deal with some crazy people on Marketplace these days, and it was one of those again this morning. I always kind of look at the seller's page before heading over to meet the person, and they didn't really seem like too bad of people. But when we got there, you could tell they was on something. And bike wouldn't even crank. It's supposed to crank right up, wouldn't even go switch into gear. It was like hitting the motor or something. What it looked like. I just told dude, have a nice day. I wanted to get something that ran good, and just something I could tear down and rebuild and make a video for you guys. And then I seen this morning or not this morning, literally like 45 minutes ago, for sale for $300, and I talked God down. This is pretty much an easy hobby. If you guys have an extra few $100s laying around and want to make money, all it takes is to finding a good deal. It might not seem like a good deal to some people, but if you have the mindset of being able to turn junk into something and make money out of it, then you can take anything and make some cash. And that's all it takes, guys. I mean, spend a couple $100s on something, sell it for a little bit more than what you paid for it, and you just keep the ball rolling. And eventually you work your way up till you're in the thousands of dollars range, and you can just keep going from there. And you never know, in a few years you could have took $150 and turned it into $50,000 by just buying and selling and working your way up. I could take this $200 Honda CB650, and who knows, I could turn that into a nice Mustang or nice Corvette or something. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm glad that I am back posting on the channel. It's been so long. I shouldn't have left you guys for so long, for so many years, but we are back, and I am enjoying making videos recently. So we have changed the name to High Gear Garage, so it's just not consistent of dirt box. We do pretty much everything. So we can have an old 81 model motorcycle one week and a 91 Suzuki Cappuccino, working on it, doing something the next, or, you know, even going out mud bogging on the old four-wheelers. So something different every week, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Let's get this thing back on Facebook and find something else. Man, oh man, people just do anything to try to sell something.